Bitcoin has already experienced a remarkable 155% growth in 2023, setting the stage for even more excitement in the coming months. So today we're going to be discussing the highly anticipated Bitcoin ETF approvals and the upcoming Bitcoin halving event in the first half of this year. We will discuss what it means for the sector and then how that flows onto the innovation space in general. As a business, Wholesale Investor, we've been working with digital asset companies going all the way back to 2013. In fact, one of the first companies we worked with was Independent Reserve, where they actually did their seed round in our boardroom at the time in 2013. With the deadline for Bitcoin ETF approvals fast approaching, there are a total number of 13 applicants vying for a chance to bring the first Bitcoin ETF to market. Now, among notable applicants are Grayscale, BlackRock, vying, and many others. Now, the SEC approvals window for these applications is scheduled from January 5 to also January 10th, which basically is why we're waiting for it any moment now. Now, this is an important moment because so many people have different trading platforms which have access to different stocks which are traded on, on list exchanges in the US. So it makes it so much easier. So for in Australia, for example, anyone with a CommSec account will now be able to get exposure to Bitcoin. And it's been one of the frustrations for a lot of people is that sometimes the UI UX experience of getting it and also the self-custody aspect, can sometimes be problematic for people looking to buy Bitcoin. So what this does is this opens up a completely other door, for exposure to it, and dramatically, has that potential chance to dramatically increase the demand for Bitcoin, over the next sort of 12 to 18 months. Now, in addition to the Bitcoin ETF approvals, the Bitcoin halving is also set to occur in April 2024. So this event, which takes place roughly every 4 years, will reduce the amount of block rewards for miners from 6.25 to 3.125 units. Historically, Bitcoin halving events have been associated with significant price increases as the reduced supply of new coins drives up demand. Now, Bitcoin has already experienced a remarkable 155% growth in 2023, setting the stage for even more excitement in the coming months. Now, the potential approval of a spot Bitcoin ETF and the upcoming halving event are expected to drive further growth and adoption of the world's leading cryptocurrency. The other factors that take into place with this is, along with the actual approvals with the Bitcoin ETF, is that effectively what it will mean is that some of the world, and you've been seeing this in the media, some of the world's largest investment banks have also been setting themselves up to be able to access Bitcoin on behalf of their clients. So not only do you have the ability for just general investors around the globe to be able to get exposure to Bitcoin via their online trading account that they're currently using, but also that potential for, the $5 trillion that's been sitting on the sidelines now over the last sort of couple of years, with some of the world's largest investment groups looking to get access or looking to get exposure to Bitcoin on behalf of their clients, it then obviously will have that potential to drive up demand as well, which can obviously have an impact on the price side. Why I get super excited about this is, whilst of course the selfish part is you get excited about price rises and that potential to make money in this, but the actual waterfall effect that goes on when this takes place is typically, as even with the growth of 155% over the last sort of 12 months, what typically happens is when money gets made, in Bitcoin as an example, then there's also a flow-on effect. So you see a lot of the other sort of coins also have increasing rise, like Solana, for example, has had an incredible run over the last sort of couple months. But you see this through a lot of, whether it be DeFi, all the different types of areas in crypto also experience a rise as well. But then what tends to take place is when investors go through that process, they have an increase, and then they also go through a sale event, they typically look for ways to reinvest that. So many of the times what we've seen is when money gets made in the crypto bull runs, they typically get reinvested back into the innovation space, because different people have different interests. So, for me, what I'm super excited about is not only the price, the expected sort of bull run that we're about to take place over the next 12 months, but how that money then gets reinvested back into the innovation ecosystem. And combined with that, a lot of the companies have learned how to run more efficiently over the last 12 months. And we've got a bunch of different AI and low code and no code software tools. What you're looking at is an opportunity where in a very unique time period, not only is there going to be potential for reinvestment into innovation, but the ability for companies to scale faster on less amount of money required is also super exciting. So For me, whilst it's been a challenging last sort of 12 to 24 months, this can provide a bit of a trigger for a boom in the innovation space in general, not just in the crypto space. So stay tuned for more updates as these sort of announcements go through.